Welcome again. Virgo, this is your monthly overview. While I was introducing this, I was just thinking to myself, I don't like doing the usual sorts of typical astrological readings for people. I mean, you can get a lot of that stuff everywhere online. It's all free now. But what I was looking at here is more principle-based astrology in terms of life lessons and the blossoming of your insight into how to deal with life. And this month, there's some very, very important transits. Right now, we've got a full moon in your 8th house, this 8th zone of your horoscope, which is really just opening up the floodgates of deep, emotional, sexual, and spiritual transformational energies. That's occurring there in the 8th zone, and that's happening right now. And that will culminate later in the month, in a couple of weeks, with the emerging new moon in your zone of finances. So there's a whole new shape of things to come, I would say, for you. But the point I was looking at here was the imminent movement of Venus right now into your sun sign, and in just a short while. Shall I give you the date? Yeah, okay, hang on a sec. Okay, just joking. Let me have a look here. Venus moves into this sector. Here, let me look here very, very shortly. 24th of October. So what we see there is the movement of this planet into Virgo. Now Virgo, I don't want to bamboozle you with technicalities, but Virgo is the depression point for Venus. Now, being your finance planet and also the planet of luck, higher studies, education, this sort of thing, I'm saying to you that whatever you've been studying, whatever topics of interest you've had, you may actually feel some sort of lull in that sense. So this raises a whole lot of questions, especially with this new moon, the full moon and the new moon influencing this zone of self-transformation, that maybe you've got to ask yourself some serious questions this month. What sort of questions, you ask? I think it has to do with money. You've got the Sun, Mercury, and Saturn. They are also in the finance sector of your solar horoscope. Nice thing about Saturn, however, Virgo, is it's moving out of this finance zone. I won't say it's been crippling you, but it's really made things tight for you. And of course, you've got to contextualize this in terms of the global downturn worldwide. But for you, this is nice. Takes away a bit of that heaviness. You've got the Sun and Mercury there, your ruling planet. The 5th of October, Mercury moves into what we call retrograde motion, apparent retrogression. Appears to be moving backwards till the 26th. So although you feel a bit of a sting this month, you'll be severely tempted to do something maybe impulsively there by way of moving or shifting or saying something that you really shouldn't at this stage. Some of you have heard of the interpretations of the retrogression of Mercury. It's partly true. I mean, we have to take each individual horoscope on its own merits. You can't generalize, although I'm generalizing. We can get a hint as to what's coming in that area. We know that you've got a lot of planets in the 2nd house of finances. We know you've got the full moon occurring with Uranus in the 8th house of joint finances. You've got Venus, the finance lord, about to hit the debilitation sector of the zodiac. So a lot of stuff is pointing to this specific area of your life this month. Of course, you've got that Neptune, confusing, otherworldly planet, just hovering there on the beginning of the sign of Pisces, which is the 7th house of partnerships, relationships, that type of thing. That received some good aspects this month from Mercury. It's going to grow over the first week of the month. So you've definitely got some vision to improve your finances, maybe change your work, do something drastically different. But be careful of that. The idealism that you have may not be matched by the practicality or the means you have to implement those visions practically. So this month is a bit of a waiting game on that count. Fortunately, Venus is in the friendly sign, though it's in its debilitation. You'll be quite attractive to people. Venus in the sun sign is normally considered a good transit, gives a bit of luck. You've got Jupiter there in the upper part of the horoscope still. That is an interesting technical point as well. Whilst we talk about all of these difficult aspects, there is a dictum in astrology that says even if you've got the most difficult aspects happening, the single glance of Jupiter, the triangular aspect, or the sextile aspect, or the conjunction, is very, very useful in minimizing those difficult trends. So I want you to remember that, because a lot of people go away from this and, oh, he told me it's going to be just a shitty month. Well, it's not that bad. There are some considerations, and my suggestion is that if you're thinking of jumping out of the pan, don't do it yet until the flame has been turned down on the fire. Then you can jump out. Mars will move to the zone in your horoscope that relates to family affairs and real estate. Very, very strong couple of months coming for you in that area, starting later in the month. Mars is the natural significator of land and housing, and it will be moving into friendly sign Sagittarius, which is coincidentally your zone of domestic residence. Some of you will probably want to do some renovations, work on things you own, the bigger things that you own, motorbikes, vehicles, cars, houses. Some of you may want to purchase houses. Here we see, because Mars rules your 8th house of debts, bit of expenditure there, possibly as well. So this shows me pretty much a month of tightening your belt, but more than tightening your belt, tightening the reins on your impulse till your ruling planet goes direct around the 26th of October. Hope this has helped. It's just a taste. Come and join me at my website, astrology.com.au for more. We've got the textual additional monthly readings there that go into a bit more depth on the aspects and what they mean and the specific timings and the dates. And I'm there, of course, if you need to contact me for any reason. And next month here. Again, look forward to your company. Take care now. Bye-bye.